This is the Honor 8C, the latest budget offering from Honor. A few months ago when I reviewed the Redmi Note 6 Pro, I came to the conclusion that it was the best phone you could get at the least price. But with the Honor 8C, well, let's just say things are about to change. Before we get to the review, if you are new to this channel, it will be great if you can show us some support. Please press the subscribe button, or if you are watching on Facebook, then press the like button. Thank you, let's get on with the review. When I unboxed the phone in our live unboxing, I was already pretty surprised by the build quality. The back of the phone is very different and very cool. It's a gradient back with blue color in the middle and black around the edges. But the difference between this and other gradient backs is that this has a matte finish. It doesn't have that glass feeling back, and I think it's a nice refresh. The last 20 phones I've used have all been either glass backs or that plastic glass-like material. So I'm happy with something different. The frame of the phone is also plastic. I would complain, but it's a 26,500 rupees phone, so I can let that go. The front of the phone has a notch and a pretty big chin, but again, considering the price of the phone, I don't think it's too much of a problem. The phone still looks really good and the back stands out. So overall, when it comes to the build quality, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, it's not the best feeling phone ever, but for the price, the build quality and the appearance are pretty damn good. The performance for me is the main highlight of the phone. In my opinion, the performance you get at this price is the reason why I recommend this phone. It's a Snapdragon 632 processor with 3GB of RAM. And I'm really happy that they went with a Snapdragon 600 series processor, because that really makes a difference. The performance in the phone is really smooth. Apps open quickly, there's not much lag, and gaming is also really smooth. You can play pretty much any games without worrying about performance issues or lag. What makes this such a great budget phone is that at this price, other companies are giving a Snapdragon 400 series processor, and the difference between a Snapdragon 400 and a 600 series processor is quite a lot. 400 series processors aren't really meant for heavy duty work, but the Snapdragon 632 on this phone can pretty much handle everything. So when it comes to the performance, I'm really happy. And this is the cheapest phone you can get with a Snapdragon 632 processor, which automatically makes it the best performer at this price. Let's talk about the software. This comes with Android 8.1 and EMUI 8.2. Out of all Android skins, I prefer EMUI. EMUI is right in the sweet spot for me, where it packs quite a lot of features that I want and still gives me plenty of customization. For example, I like to have an app drawer, and the EMUI launcher does allow that. If I want to use a custom launcher, I can do that too. However, even though it is a pretty new version of EMUI, I hope this phone gets EMUI 9, mainly because of EMUI gesture navigation. There is gesture navigation on this phone, but it's not really as refined as EMUI 9's. It doesn't really flow that well, so I recommend either using the buttons or using the Fluid Navigation app. That's what I'm doing on this phone, instead of using the built-in gestures. So overall, I'm happy with the performance. Once again, this is the best performer you can get at the least price, thanks to that Snapdragon 632. But I'll be even happier when the EMUI 9 update comes on this phone. There's a 6.26 inches display on the phone, and it's a 720p IPS panel. Even though it is a 720p display, the quality is actually really good. The colors are very accurate and the white balance is on point. But because it's not a 1080p panel, obviously it's not as crisp as a 1080p display. But at this price, I don't think it's too much of a problem. The display looks really good. Photos and movies do look amazing, and I think you will be pretty happy with the display. When it comes to the camera, there is a 13 megapixel primary camera with a 2 megapixel depth sensor, and the front camera is an 8 megapixel lens. When it comes to the quality, the camera is pretty decent. Obviously at this price you won't get the best camera ever, but I don't have any major complaints with the camera. In great lighting, you can get some really great shots. However, in mid to low light, the camera starts to lose clarity. Since the camera comes with EMUI, it comes with great camera features that do help in making the experience better. There are the AI features that automatically sense the scene and apply the best settings. And there's the awesome portrait mode as well. And the portrait mode is pretty awesome. So overall, even though the camera is pretty decent, at this price I'm happy with it. You can take some really great shots with proper tuning and the software is really good. There's a 4000 mAh battery on this phone, and the battery life is crazy good. Having a 720p display really helps the battery life, since it doesn't consume as much battery, and I think 4000 should be the standard on pretty much every phone. Normally you can use the phone for 2 days without a problem, but if you want to, you can push it to another extra half day. Overall, I really like this phone. For the price, the features this phone is packing are really amazing. The display, the camera, the battery are all really good. But for me, the main star of the show is the performance. You just can't get performance this good at this price in other phones. So if you are looking for a really cheap, great phone, this one is it. For me, this has taken the spot for the best phone you can get at the least price. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to show your support and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.